The strategy that you would employ for expansion of your business, it would be, and usually it's initially to lease a business, but as a business it takes root and continues to grow and you look for additional locations, there are some creative ways to finance that expansion other than third-party financing. One would be a traditional bank. You go and buy a facility. The other ways that people do this is they will go into what's called a build-to-suit, and they'll find a merchant developer that will take the risk on of acquiring the real estate and building the development at their cost in exchange for the execution of a long-term lease. That lease commitment is a liability that they need to consider over time, but it is a way to get a brand new custom facility built for their business and not have to come up with the outlay of capital that would be required to self-develop. Another option is what's called sale-leaseback financing, which is I put up the money where the tenant puts up the capital required. They develop their own site, they select their site, they get their own construction financing, they build a site, and then once that property is built to their specifications, they move in and sell that to the third-party investor who buys that as an investment. And that way they recoup all their capital and all their soft costs that goes into the development, and it gives them the ability to go reinvest that money into another facility. And that's been traditionally the two most used models in a company's expansion when they have the desire to have custom built buildings. The advantage of having a building that's built to their specifications is they can build vet centers, they can have dog kennels, they can have special heating or air conditioning for other type of reptiles or other animals they might have in their facility, or whatever their power needs are, or the size requirements, and it also affords them to go into newer developments. Generally, when you're looking for a location and you're surmising whether it is the best strategy to go into an existing location or to build in a new location, is to follow the demographic. People typically shop in between where they work and where they live, and so where that growth is and where the shopping center growth is usually the place that they'll want to target. And then you look at major arterials, freeways, traffic patterns in between those centers of business and those demographics. And sometimes the existing facilities are not available, so that would be a reason to go do build-to-suit or sale-leaseback. Otherwise, to go into an area that is re-emerging, like an inner city location that already has the demographic density and already has the workforce around it. Some of those locations can be retrofitted or rehabbed, and that's also another way to go in. So you're not building up from the ground, but you're finding a less expensive way to get a custom building for your operation.